Here we go then, the final week of Series 49 here in Forza Horizon 5. The spring hot season, 72 points up for grabs in total. In today's video, we're going to be jumping in and completing this week's Forzathon challenges. Welcome to the UK, which celebrates everything Forza Horizon 4. We've got 160 Forzathon points and 5 points towards our festival players up for grabs upon completion. We're also going to be jumping on over to this week's Forzathon shop and the Horizon backstage, check out what's available there. And we're also going to be jumping back to festival players, checking out this week's rewards and restrictions. If any of you lovely people happen to be new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. Smash the like button, share the video with a friend. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's Forzathon challenges. Absolutely wasting no time, let's jump in to welcome the UK weekly Forzathon challenges, kicking things off with Chapter 1, New Beginnings. Senna was one of the greatest McLaren drivers of all time. To honour his accomplishments, own and drive the 2018 McLaren Senna. And here she is, the vehicle we need for this week's Forzathon challenges. Now you could argue one of the best McLarens ever made, the 2018 McLaren Senna. Just 1 million credits from the auto show. As always, the tune that I'm using in today's video is up for download. If you want to use it, just search for gamertag Skippy4631 and share codes for tunes will be down in the description and in the comments below. Okay then, own and drive. Hop outside any festival site or player house into free roam. Drive a couple of seconds down the road and New Beginnings complete. And while we're here, we'll do the normal. We'll head on over to Horizon backstage. The backstage shop then, what made it in from last week's vote? The XB Volcan GT offered up by Ford and the Nova Supersport from Chevrolet. Are you happy with what's been added to backstage this week? Now for the backstage vote, and I happen to know this is quite a tough decision this week. We had the AMG GT Black and the Flying Spur 21 from Bentley on the left, up against the Porsche 911 GT3 RS 23 and the Mercedes AMG E63. Which side are you voting for? Team left or team right? For me, it's a tough one. The AMG GT Black up against the GT3 RS 23. That is a tough decision. So with Chapter 1 complete, it is on to Chapter 2, No Limits. Put the 4-litre twin turbocharged V8 of the 2018 McLaren Senna to good use by earning 5 ultimate speed skills. 5 ultimate speed skills then should be no problem for the McLaren Senna, especially with some upgrades added. So let's get the McLaren up to about 190 to 200 miles an hour plus and then just cruise down the motorway and those ultimate speed skills. There's 200 and we should start seeing ultimate speed. There's 1. They do take a little time to come in, so got to be patient. There's 2. And we're going to see number 3. There it is, number 3. Number 4, please. Come on now, 228. Number 4, last one coming up. Here we go. Number 5, No Limits, complete. So with Chapter 2 complete, it is on to Chapter 3, Horizon History. Earn 12 stars at PR Stunts in the 2018 McLaren Senna to celebrate 10 years of Horizon stunts. Now for this chapter, any of the 5 PR stunt categories can be used for this chapter, but I'm going to rule out trailblazers, I'm going to rule out drift zones, and I'm going to rule out danger signs. Either use speed zones or speed traps. They're going to be the best option for the McLaren Senna. So going with either speed traps or speed zones, I'm going to head on over to the Los Arbos speed trap. The 3-star objective is super easy at 140 miles per hour. Here we go then, let's let it rip. 140 through the Los Arbos speed trap should be no problem for the McLaren Senna as it flexes through the camera at 169.64. That is 3 stars towards our 12. Second run through the camera at 173.8. That's another 3 stars towards our 12. Coming up on run number 3, coming through at 173. That is now 9 stars earned towards our 12. Fourth and final run then. As you can tell, I've just hit the same camera 4 times to get 172. That is the last 3 stars we need. So that is all 12 stars earned. Assuming I can count correctly, that is. And there it is, Horizon History complete. With Chapter 3 now complete, it is on to our 4th and final chapter, The Great Race. Won a road race in the 2018 McLaren Senna, one of the lightest and most driver-focused cars McLaren has ever built. Okay, so let's tidy up our map just a little bit. Let's get rid of the PR stunts. Let's go ahead and add road racing events, the light blue icons on the map. Any road race can be used, circuit or sprint. As we're in the area near the Los Arbol speed trap, we're going to use the Volcan Sprint, which is literally just down the road. So as always, I've got you guys covered with a cheeky blueprint. If you want to use it, just search my gamertag Skippy4631 or use the share code 554080105. Locked to the McLaren Senna called Forzathon Chapter 4. Now I am going to do the same old trick of heading into difficulty and settings, heading into difficulty and changing the driver type difficulty to tourist. It's actually still on tourist from last week's Forzathon challenges. This just makes the race super easy as we do need that win and there's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. Here we go then, in the McLaren Senna, the Volcan Sprint already off into the lead with the driver tires set to tourist, and this track or this sprint race is perfect for the McLaren Senna. Nice and fast, super grippy, and just puts the McLaren to the test with these little tight twisty roads up the mountainside to the Caldera. All I want to do is keep it on the road, keep it within the checkpoints, and get to that finish line in first place. This Senna is an absolute joy to race. Coming on to the final bit of the track, that is across the line, first place. And once we head back to free roam, that will be Chapter 4 complete, which will also complete this week's Forzathon challenges. Welcome the UK, collecting 160 Forzathon points and also 5 points towards our spring hot season. Now let's jump on over and check out this week's Forzathon shop. No surprise then, more auto show cars in the Forzathon shop. We have the 2019 McLaren Speedtail, which will set you back 600 Forzathon points, and I'm pretty sure the McLaren Speedtail has been in the Forzathon shop recently. We have the RJ Anderson's Pro 2 truck, 300 Forzathon points. The normal 1 Horizon Backstage Pass for an exchange of 1,000 Forzathon points. Vanity items, the Horizon UKT and the Horizon Mexico theme car horn, 75 Forzathon points for each of these. Any spare Forzathon points knocking around, grab yourselves a normal wheel spin for 60 Forzathon points. Or you can grab a super duper wheel spin for 150 Forzathon points. Now let's jump back to the playlist, check out this week's rewards and restrictions. Okay, the spring hot season then, 72 points up for grabs. For 20 of those points, a hard to find car, the Eagle Speedster, and for 40 points, the 1 Horizon Backstage Pass up for grabs. So let's take a quick skim through the festival playlist then. This week's online trial is another stock showdown, so you'll be in a completely bone stock Land Rover Velar. The reward for this is McLaren P1. Event Lab makes a return to the playlist. Car restriction track toys, giving out the raw emote on the reward. Teaser player games will reward you with the Land Rover Velar. Car restriction off-road B700. 3 PR stunts, again 3 different restrictions. TVR S1900, Land Rover A800 and Jaguar A800. The normal 1 super wheel spin for each completion. There's 2 Series Championships this week. We have the car restriction Country UK 800 for the well-seasoned championship, giving out a song reward. And then for the Mini Mayhem reward, Aston Martin DBS SL Superleggera 2019. Car restriction, any Mini B700. Challenges this week, Treasure Hunt makes a return. We've not had one of these in about 4 weeks. Fame and Fortune, 300 Forzathon points up for grabs and 3 points upon completion. Photo challenge, Horizon Versary, giving out the UK cover car horn. Going to be using the McLaren Senna for this one and finding and taking a photo at the Horizon 4 festival site. Horizon Open challenges, the Snow Crew socks up for grabs and the Hide and Seek 5 versus 1, the karaoke emote up for grabs. And then collectibles, Alex Delivery, going to be giving out 1 McLaren Senna. No change on the monthly rivals, but this is your final week to put in your quick lap times and then finishing things up with the DLCs for the PR stunts. 2 drift zones, 1 on each of Rally Adventure and Hot Wheels, both giving out a super wheel spin. Car restrictions, Deberti S1900 for Rally Adventure and Anything Goes S2998 for the Hot Wheels. And then the 2 seasonal championships for Rally Adventure. The Rally Retrospective for the car restriction of Retro Rally, giving out the Range Rover 15. And for the Hot Wheels-Athon, car restriction Country UK S1900. And the reward is the Range Rover 73. But there we go, plenty to be getting on with this week. There are a lot of challenges this week, 5 in total, which is actually quite insane. And then obviously we've got the normal challenges in here as well, these seasonal events. Make sure you are putting in the time and effort to grab that Eagle Speedster and that Horizon Backstage Pass. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, smash the like button, share the video with a friend, stay safe, and have an awesome day.